Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's lecture. Today, we'll be looking at dementia, understanding the challenges of dementia, especially among older adults. So, what's dementia? Dementia is a complex condition that affects memory, cognitive abilities, and behavior, significantly impacting a person's daily life. Okay, so anything that has to do with the cognitive function, disabling it and leading to it affecting that person's life, it's what dementia. Of course, it's a complex condition, and age is a significant risk factor. That's why we are looking at it in older adults. So it's not an inevitable consequences of aging. It's just that it happens more among this age group. And so in today's lecture, we're looking at like a comprehensive overview of dementia, its prevalence, symptoms, and other forms it takes, and of course, understanding the challenges that come with it. Now, for the global prevalence of dementia worldwide, about 55 million people have dementia, with over 60% living in low and middle income countries like Nigeria, where located. So the number, of course, is expected to rise over the years due to the increasing aging we are seeing. So by 2050, it's expected to be 139. That's over double increase or about that. So, what's the impact on carers and family, people taking care of those that have dementia? Dementia can really be overwhelming, okay, because the person tends to forget things, okay, forget the family, even their faces, and so those that are living with those that are living with people with dementia, it really affects them because they have to provide a lot of support and care. And there's a lack of awareness as well, and understanding of dementia, which leads to stigmatization and other barriers to diagnosing and caring for those with dementia. So, what are the stages and symptoms? Let's look at this diagram. Okay, so we have the early stage, the moderate or mid stage, then we have the late stage. Now, for the early stage has to do with, like the early stage of dementia, looking at symptoms where it's mild, very mild. Cognitive decline is really mild, and so they have symptoms like forgetfulness, losing track of time, becoming lost in familiar places. You see where someone is an elderly person going for a walk, and the person forgets how to go home. Okay, that's like the early stage, forgetting little things, doesn't know when the time passes, all those things. Then we have the middle stage. The middle stage when there's moderate cognitive decline. So the dementia has progressed and symptoms become more pronounced than before. So forgetting recent events, the person forgets birthdays or things that happened recently, okay? Maybe something that happened on Sunday, during church service, for example. The person will forget to start forgetting people's names, even family members. There'll be confusion at home, and the person will go like actually totally forget. Not that the person can say, "Oh, I remember this." The person will totally, it will be wiped out from the person's memory, and of course, it will lead to difficulty with communication and behavioral changes, like walking around and asking, "Oh, where am I? Do you know where I'm going to? I don't know how I found myself here," and all that. Then we have the last stage, which is the late stage. This is where it's very severe. Okay, so the memory disturbances are very severe. Physical symptoms become more obvious, including unawareness of time and place. The person will totally forget that they know the people that they know. Difficulty recognizing loved ones. That's why it's really hurtful. Okay, especially when you gave birth to your children and imagine forgetting the children you gave birth to. And of course, there's increased need for assisted self-care during this period, and changes in behavior may escalate to aggression because the person now becomes frantic, that he or she doesn't know who is taking. It's just like seeing somebody as a stranger, seeing somebody that you know as a stranger. So, and of course, if a stranger wants to touch you, you will know how you react. Okay, So imagine someone that is touching, that knows who you are, but you don't know who that person is. Of course, there's that problem of communication and relationship problems. So what are the common forms of dementia? We have three. We have Alzheimer's disease, well, which is the most common form, and it contributes to about 60 to 70% of most cases. Then we have vascular dementia that develops after a stroke or in the context of certain infections, harmful use of alcohol, or nutritional deficiencies. Then we have the last one, which is the Lewy body dementia, that is characterized by the presence of abnormal aggregates of protein that develop, inside the nerve cells of the nervous system. So now let's look at the treatment and care of dementia. We have counseling and support, plan and head, adjust your communication style, develop a routine. Okay, first and foremost, you should know that dementia has no cure. Okay, it has no cure. Currently, it has no cure. So, but much is done so that support is given and improve the lives of people that have dementia, and also the life of their family that are caring for them, carers as well. So early diagnosis is very important so that you can start management on time, and including optimizing physical health, cognition, activity, and well-being, as well as identifying and treating accompanying physical illnesses that might accompany it. Then we have that we should understand and manage the behavior as well, so provide information. Those support has to be long term to carers, and it's very essential to understand how to manage the behavioral changes that the people living with dementia will experience. So, excuse me, what's the risk factors and prevention? Okay, so physical activity is very important. Exercise, and not just anyhow, just regular exercise, can help reduce cognitive the risk of cognitive decline and dementia, of course. We encourage elderly people, even before you get to that age, to engage in physical activity. It keeps your blood pumping, keeps you active. Then, of course, healthy diet. You can see that nutritional deficiencies can lead to dementia. So it's good that you have a balanced diet, a healthy diet that can help to reduce the risk of dementia. Then we have social engagement. You have to be socially active, stay active so that you keep, interacting with people and improve your cognitive recognition. Then we have cognitive stimulation. Now, this is very, 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 very important. Engaging in mentally stimulating activities like games, learning something new, reading a book. That's why I like those that are in the academia. If you're in research, you keep learning about things, it keeps your brain stimulated, okay? Stimulated. But if you're not in the research aspect or academia, you can tell the person, provide with games, learn something new, teach person something new, and don't just leave the elderly person, at home doing nothing. They have to be active. Is to open shop or let them sell, engage in business. It will keep them vibrant, and it will help to reduce the risk of dementia. Now, what is the social and economic impact of dementia? Okay, so let's look at this graph here. Of course, the cost is really high. Societal cost of dementia is already enormous. Dementia is already significantly affecting every health and social care system in the world. The economic impact on the family is really high. Then the total estimated worldwide cost is very high as well. So direct cost is high, okay, costing about $2.8 trillion by 2030, and it's going to surpass it anyway. Then we have informal care costs, like informal carers, cost on family members caring for them is accounting for 50% global cost of dementia. Disproportionate impact on women. You can see that women account for about 65% of total deaths that is due to dementia, and of course majority of the informal care. Women will take care of their loved ones more, and so the impact is enormous, and that's why this is really a public health burden, dementia. So human rights, denial of basic rights are seen among people living with dementia. Okay, people with dementia frequently deny their basic rights. Usually they forget things and people feed on it. Okay, so freedoms available to others with physical and chemical restraints are often used to help these patients. Then there's need for legislative support. So appropriate and supportive legislative environment is essential, and it should be based on international accepted human rights standards to ensure that they get the best care, highest quality of care possible. So what is the way forward? Okay, you know that there's no cure for dementia, so of course research is still ongoing. If you know any current cure, then you have to tell us in the comment section, but for now there's no cure for dementia. So that is why numerous new treatments are being investigated, and of course they're in various stages of clinical trials, and that is why prevention is better, with the mind stimulating activities and physical activities, and the balanced diet. Then raising awareness, let people know that dementia is for real, okay, and understand the problems with dementia is not due to witches or wizards, but it's just decline in the way the brain remembers. As a child starts remembering things, starts recognizing things as they grow up. But when dementia occurs, especially as one ages, okay, it starts forgetting things that they know. So people must be aware of what this disease is all about, so that they'll be able to provide the needed support, comprehensive support for those living with it, including physical support, be able to guide them. If they see someone wandering around, not looking lost, you'll be able to know, oh, this person might have dementia, forgetting where they are, and be able to help them go to the police station or track their family members. Also providing psychological support, social support, and economic assistance, that is very essential for improving the life of these people with dementia and care. So that's all for today, and I hope you have really learned something. Do drop down your questions in the comments or send me an email, and I'll answer as soon as I can. See you in my next class. Have a blessed day. Bye.